Whenever I'm done with my electronics, I usually just go in the drawer until I break a phone and need one for a few weeks, or until someone needs one, or to just sit there for 5 years.
People just take their old electronics, iPads, whatever, they throw them away, end up in landfills.
I usually kind of just toss it.
If it's junk, I just throw it away. It's obsolete.
Generally wait till I have like the mail-in thing, and you can get money from it, but otherwise I just give it to somebody or sell it, all that stuff. Why, what do you do?
Electronic waste is a huge issue for today's society. Not just on a local level here in West Michigan, but on a national level across the country, how we respond to it, how we keep it out of our landfills, how we do legislation, and then on a global level as well. Where is e-waste ending up?
Most of our e-waste is collected by our IT department, and they call us when they have a large enough quantity available, and then we have Comprenew come in.
All the material you see right here is going to get sorted this week. So it's Wednesday morning. We usually average about 2 lines a day. So hopefully by Friday we have all this stuff knocked out. But this is how electronic waste comes into Comprenew typically.
Out of the 22.7 million tons of obsoleted electronics every year in the United States, only about 25% gets recycled.
We have trained staff that sorts it. They're looking to find the valuable material that can go into our refurb and our tech department to go to our stores. The other stuff, though, even though it can't be resold to the general public, everything has value.
We've been recycling e-waste now for a number of years, and it's important because of the materials that are in our electronics.
Lots of precious metals and lots of commodities come out of electronics. So copper, plastics, gold, platinum, palladium, all those things can be reused.
On the hierarchy of recycling, reuse is the best thing that you can do. If you can give somebody your old iPhone, or if you can give somebody your old iPad and they can use it, that's the best form to continue the life cycle of the product.
All this material was given to us as obsolete junk that somebody didn't want, but we test it, we fix it up, we label it, we price it, and there's all sorts of people in the community that still want it. At a local level, e-waste has to stay out of the landfill. That's the biggest thing. If this computer in its whole form ends up in the landfill, none of this material is biodegradable. It's not going to slowly break down over time. It's not like a banana peel where in 2 or 3 weeks it's going to totally change form. This stuff could be in there for thousands of years. Data security is a big issue or a big concern, not just of our large to small corporate customers, but also the general public. Everything that comes into our building is either wiped or crushed or pulverized. We run it through a crushing process. So we remove the hard drive green board, which contains all sorts of precious metals, which is great for recycling, but then we also pull this material out. So being an R2 certified recycler and having systems and processes and procedures in place to assure data security is a really important thing. There's a wrong and a right way to do e-waste recycling. The biggest issue on a global scale is when US-based recyclers take obsolete equipment that they can no longer make money on or don't want to pay to have disposed of properly. They take it and they dump it somewhere. They throw it on a shipping container, they dump it in Pakistan, India, China. Those are the main dumping grounds. People don't have the technology, they don't have the resources to appropriately dispose of those things there. They simply take it off the shipping container, pull out the stuff that they want that they can resell. Everything else, the copper cords, the wires, those are stripped out. Gasoline or a accelerant is introduced to it and it's lit on fire. Now when you talk about the environmental impact of copper wiring being burned in an open pit, you have ground contamination, you have water contamination, you have air pollution, black acrid smoke, and then let's think about the people that are trying to make their living this way. They're sitting there stoking these fires, they're introducing styrofoam on it as well to keep it burning, and they're standing in this acrid smoke 8 hours a day. So what Comprenew is really trying to do is bring education and just grassroots community involvement into the recycling process. Michigan is a voluntary state take-back program. It's not mandatory, so it's not enforced by law. So CompRenew really has a lot of work to do as far as getting the word out there and making sure people understand that even though it's not mandatory, it's still a very important thing to do.